Okay, welcome. So, first of all, two of diamonds, watch. If I take that card and I just run it through the deck like that, it will change to an ace of spades. Okay, hi, this is John. I'm going to do a video talking about magic here. So yesterday I did one on magic books and DVDs. As I said yesterday, I've been doing magic for over 40 years. My channel actually started as a magic channel. About 6 years ago, I started putting up some magic videos with the help of my brother. Actually, if you want to see some of them, the best way to do it is if you go to videos and then you go to date added oldest, and then you'll see the ones that I put up years ago. I have put up some recently, but put up more years ago. So today I'm going to talk about structuring a magic show, and I'm going to talk about how to practice. So let's just say that you had 12 tricks, right? And 2 of them were not that good, and you had 2 that were absolutely great, and then 2 were like really good, quick, solid effects, and then you had 6 sort of pretty good solid effects. So first of all, the 2 that were not very good, you want to get rid of those completely. Don't waste people's time. So if you had 12 and you got rid of those 2, now you're down to 10. And then usually in the beginning, you want to have some really good, quick opening tricks that are going to get people's attention, because you're going to lose people quickly, right? So you want something just like a production or a quick vanish, something like that, to sort of establish your credibility as a magician, get people's attention. Then once you have people's attention, then you can do those sort of good, solid effects in the middle. That's those 6 I was talking about. And then maybe you close with your best magic. So in this example would be those 2 sort of stunning tricks that are going to leave people wanting more, and then talking to their friends about what they saw at your show. So open with something quick and clean and fairly short, and then go into a couple of longer effects that are good solid effects, and then leave with your absolute best stuff. Okay. And these things, this applies to sort of any presentation as well. Maybe a movie, a book. If you pick up a book and you read the first 100 pages and it's boring, you're just going to throw it away, right? You're going to put it down. So you got to have something to keep people's attention in the beginning. Okay, let's talk about practice here. How do you get the most out of your practice? So the first thing is, yes, you can watch television while you're practicing. If I'm shuffling cards or whatever, sometimes I'll have the television on, but the best thing is to actually shut the TV off and focus on what you're doing. What you want to do is have that concentrated practice where you're learning the right way to do it, because once you develop bad habits, then it's hard to unlearn, and you have to sort of unlearn it and then relearn it the right way, and that's difficult to do. So you want to at least get a good start and focus on what you're doing. And then the other thing is you want to simulate your performing conditions as well as you can. And I'll just give you a few examples here. When I was in high school, I did a gong show, and I was using this trick where I had a piece of wood, and it had an arrow on it, and the arrow was like a road sign, and I would spin the piece of wood, and the arrow would change directions, and I would tell a little story, which was all fine, except I was using a microphone. Back then, they didn't have wireless mic. We just had a microphone stand, so every time I spun the piece of wood, it would hit into the microphone stand, and it would make a noise, and if I stood away, then people couldn't hear what I was saying. So had I practiced with a microphone, or at least with some sort of like a stand, it would have helped me out to do the show. And I wouldn't have got gonged, but anyway, my friends liked it anyway. Another time I had a friend of mine, Kevin Smith. He was the little wizard of weird. Anyway, he's doing a fireball production. Basically, you show what they call I think they call it a foular, like a big silk, and you show it on both sides. There's nothing there, and all of a sudden you pull out a bowl of fire. Well, all very nice, except at the moment my friend produced the bowl of fire, what happened is the air conditioning went on at the venue that he was performing at, and it blew the fire back into his face, and he had a huge beard, and it kind of disintegrated his beard. So he was okay, but once again, had he maybe gone to that venue beforehand and looked around and simulated the condition, he would say, there's a vent there, maybe I should do the trick over here. So that's the other thing is, if you can, try to go to the venue beforehand. Now I know, especially for some of you that are doing paid shows, if you're not making a lot of money, you say, well, I don't want to visit, the venue beforehand. I'm only getting $200 for this show. It's not worth my time and trouble. But, you will do a better show if you can anticipate what's going to happen when you get there. Okay, now if you have a choice between doing, let's say, 20 hours of practice straight, or doing 10 sessions at 2 hours each, what do you think would be the best thing to do? Well, of course, it's going to be do the 10 sessions at 2 hours each rather than doing 20 hours straight of practice. Because first of all, you do 20 hours straight, you're going to get tired and your mind's going to wander and you're not going to have the focus that you did. We tend to learn better when we distribute the learning. Okay, so that's what I have to say for today, and we'll do some more videos about magic in the future. This is John, and thanks for watching.